Hi Sagittarius, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading for the week of November. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you are doing well. This reading is for any sun, moon, or rising Sagittarius sign. We will take a look at the cards. We'll get a sense of the awareness for the week, guidance, and possible outcomes. I'll also choose a couple of oracle cards for additional information. So let's just go ahead and get started with your reading. Okay, so we have the Fool, Major Arcana. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Hermit, Major Arcana. So the Fool here gladly stepping, almost jumping off the cliff here, having the smallest of backpacks, just what you need. This card is symbolic of trying to find something new within your life, a new beginning, a new opportunity, a new relationship, whatever it may be. And that feeling of bringing in something new makes you feel alive, makes you feel the wonder of life. It's a nod to you to follow your passions, to make them more important in your life, which is to take chances. Here's the dog. The dog is either barking to say, look out below. And, we often have friends or family or people who will chime in and maybe try to talk you out of things. But ultimately, you have to follow your heart and your head and your desires. And so the Fool is this undertaking of a new journey with the understanding that nothing is certain. You never know how it's going to turn out. But it's the path and it's the journey that makes it so rewarding and enriching. Along the way, you have a lot of lessons to learn. You may have a lot of delight and joy that you have brought into your life because you have taken a leap of faith. You have, stepped outside of your typical routine. So the Fool has a lot of promise. And it's the personal promise of finding the passions, the enthusiasms, the activities that are going to make you feel happy and carefree and wondrous. So following this path is essential because when we follow the passions that we have in life, it feels less like work. And here we have the Ace of Pentacles. Now, aces are gifts or blessings right from the divine, right from the universe. And there's always the message that here I'm showing you this beautiful large pentacle. This can be yours, but I'm not going to give it to you. You have to take care of your own business. You have to have a plan. You have to put things in motion and work it. And be sensible and be smart. So not only is there the appreciation of hard work within this, of having a good sense of what you're doing, but you have a goal. The Ace of Pentacles is the promise or the potential of having prosperity, material abundance, spiritual abundance, good health, great relationships, everything working in your favor. It really is walking through this portal. And walking through this little beautiful garden portal can, lead to peace of mind, that you have security, a firm foundation, all as a result of what you've put into it. So, having the seeds, having your plan and working your plan, that's essential. That's where the possibilities exist. So we have hard work, we have vision, we have a sense of what we're going to do. We're going to follow, a pragmatic approach perhaps. We may be taking a leap of faith. And then we have our Hermit here. The Hermit can be a couple things. It can be your need to understand yourself, of taking a step back, taking a step away from chaos or from disorganization, or just a lot of activity where you don't, you're not alone to think. We've all been there. So, you can either take this time that you create for yourself to think about what is going on below the surface. What do I need? Where am I? Where am I headed? What's been happening? And so shining this light in this lantern inward is illuminating, which in terms of illuminating, it's also enlightening because it gives you information about yourself. Spiritually seeking within. Always a strong practice, always good to meditate and to reflect on where you are in life and what's happening and how are you going to introduce passions or new opportunities or new paths. These are the things that we may contemplate and that we may be introspective about. So the hermit is the sense of self. But the hermit could also be someone who's very wise and experienced, and maybe someone who can offer you assistance or offer you, just some wisdom, someone to listen to work through things. Maybe that's a part of this plan too, is to get some information from the master. You may have someone like this in your life who can help guide you as you choose to take this new path, as you are choosing a new path that will lead to abundance and prosperity and happiness. I would say the dual function of the hermit here, which could be someone to help you, in addition to self-searching, self-seeking, are two practices that can really help people plan and move forward and be successful in life. That when you have a strong sense of what you feel that you're compelled to do, and that you ultimately get to a point where it's like, you know what, I'm going to go for it. And along the way, you're thinking maybe about the security, you're thinking about the foundations, for yourself and your family. And here we have knowledge. We have introspection. We have wisdom, not only from ourselves, but perhaps from others who can shed some light. So I think it's a wonderful spread for the day. Let's take a look at what we have in terms of numerology. We have 1 and 9 is 10, and 10 reduces to 1, and 1 is about new beginnings. It's about new cycles, a new cycle coming your way. It's also the leadership and being inspired. And when I see the Fool, I do think inspiration. It's the internal drive of what is it that you want to do next? What do you want to bring into your life? And finally, let's choose an oracle card for an affirmation for the day. Love is your energy. Love for yourself, love for others, and, love for the planet as well. To come from a place of love is also to come from a place, I think, of strength. And to rely on love as, one of the important, parts of your life is to be loving, kind, and sincere and generous. Generous with your spirit, generous with your heart. So friends, I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I thank you for your time. I'm very grateful for all of you. If you enjoyed this reading, subscribe if you haven't already, like this video, share this video, comment below, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.